Welcome back to the latest episode of the Triple Threat Podcast. Me and Rob holding it down for now.
Double threat
Rob,
right now.
Gotta congratulate my man Rob. Graduated yesterday.
I did graduate. Yes. That's going to be my answer to every single topic.
Rob, who's
Warriors-
the best team in the NBA?
I graduated yesterday.
See?
That's it.
I mean, that's it. That's the end of the show.
That's it. Thanks,
Right.
guys.
Nah, joking. Got a lot of topics to get into today. We're going to start off with a rare topic that we talk about, the World Wrestling Entertainment.
We're going to bring it up more often because it's a sport, damn it.
It's
a sport.
If you get hurt, it's a sport.
It is a sport.
That's a sport. If you get hurt, I don't care what you say. Gotta talk about the ladies. First ever women's Money in the Bank match gonna happen in the next couple of weeks. I'm excited about it, man.
What?
I'm
Come on.
hyped, man.
No doubt.
I think the women's division is definitely improved since Vince McMahon and Superstar Shakeup is on both shows. But
Without a doubt.
Rob, what you expecting from this historic match?
Greatness. I'm literally expecting greatness. All of the women participating, which I think is the entire SmackDown roster, other than Naomi, who's the women's champion, is participating.
Yeah.
SmackDown truly is the land of opportunity. How more opportunistic can you get, Ask Edge, to be a part of the Money in the Bank ladder
The
match?
ultimate opportunist.
Exactly. This proves that there's a land of opportunity. On a real note, though, this shows that the WWE not only invests in their women talent,
Yeah.
but they believe in them too.
At least
What-
on the SmackDown side.
At least on the SmackDown side. Now on the Raw side, they main evented. Most of that is Charlotte, and you could say the Money in the Bank is also Charlotte because they really believe in Charlotte. Rightfully so.
I think that your favorite to win.
I like her a lot to win, but I honestly think we're gonna have a surprise.
Who
It
would
could
you
be
say?
someone like. Wouldn't it be cool if Tamina won?
Yeah, it would.
It would be really cool if Tamina won, or a Becky Lynch who's really good at what she does.
I
mean,
really
she was
like Becky Lynch.
she
too.
was she was already a women's champion. Who else is on what other women are on the SmackDown roster? There was a whole round table out there. Natalya,
Natalya.
former Divas champion. Dude, Money in the Bank is the only match that you can't even predict who's gonna win. So I love it so much.
I like Charlotte. To me, like Charlotte is not only like one of the best women's wrestlers, but she's like one of the best
wrestlers.
athletes in the WWE now. So I mean, go figure. I think she's gonna put on a show at the Money in the Bank though.
I think all of them are.
if you put Charlotte in the ring with a ladder, I think she's gonna do some really special stuff.
Women never had the chance to go extreme, and now not only did Raw allow Bayley and Alexa Bliss to go extreme, they're allowing the SmackDown women to have an entire Money in the Bank ladder match.
Exactly.
It may even be better than the men's. I don't know. They're all things equal, you know. It's just amazing that WWE is going this route, and I'm loving it. It's great storytelling. A lot of the promos, the women are just. It's not entirely Vince smokes back then. The women are just better now.
Yeah, I mean,
The women, the talent as a whole. Like we had legends.
I feel like we
Trish
getting back
Stratus,
to.
Lita.
I'm about to say, I feel like we getting back to the Attitude Era of the women of the divas. Of the divas
yeah, we
division where we had Sable, Trish Stratus, Stacy Keibler.
Yeah. I mean, even Beth Phoenix. Natalya was holding it down, but as a whole, as a unique unit, they're better than ever. I think they're the best unit.
Yeah,
ever.
because they're more athletic.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is gonna be exciting.
Not saying the legends. I'm trying to put aside the legends, you know, because the legends, Fabulous Moolah, Trish Stratus, Lita, you know, they were great. They were great. It's just as an entire unit, the women as an entire unit.
Mickie James was good back in the
Mickie
day
James
too.
was great. I mean,
And
she's still
good
great now. She's still
good
great now. She's a part of the new women's movement also.
Trailblazer.
Did you see? You watch NXT also? Asuka's over there. Asuka's amazing. I think she broke Goldberg's record.
Asuka's got to come get called up though to the main division.
She's gonna beat Goldberg's record first, and then they're gonna
Goldberg's record for what?
Win streaks.
Oh, okay.
She. I don't know if she passed. Forgive me, guys. I don't know if she passed it or not, but she's awfully close, and she hasn't lost yet. And she's held the NXT Women's title for a while.
She's the one that beat Bayley for it.
Yeah, and she hasn't lost since.
Yeah, and that was
and
like
Bayley's been on the
almost a
main
year
roster
ago.
for years.
She beat her for like the pay per view before Takeover.
Yeah.
Which was the weekend of SummerSlam, and then I think the Monday before SummerSlam, The Monday, I mean, not Monday
They
after
fought on that,
SummerSlam.
yeah.
The Monday after SummerSlam was when Bailey made her Raw debut. So,
Mhm.
good stuff going on with that
Yeah.
women's division. Though,
Entirely.
over there.
And it's all bigs up to them. They deserve it. Not because it's owed to them, but because they all worked for it and they continue to entertain us, the fans. Women's matches used to be bathroom breaks. I'm sorry to say that they used to be bathroom breaks.
They did.
Now
They
they're
did.
not. Now it's completely must see TV, and
When you had Vicky Guerrero fighting and things of that nature.
it was Vicky Guerrero's a great mic piece, but she's not.
Great mouthpiece. Not a great wrestler.
No. So we got to give big ups to the women now. Big ups to WWE for allowing them to have that platform.
Vince, thank you.
Triple H, thank you. Stephanie McMahon, thank you.
Hunter.
You guys have been doing your thing.
You starting to talk about baseball a lot on this show.
Because it's the most dominant sport. We
I
talk
love
about the
it.
NBA
Baseball is
ratings
getting-
are up there. The World Series last year is still more ratings.
Baseball has gotten really exciting. Since,
Why? Because Aaron Judge.
Yeah. Between Aaron Judge and that Game 7 last year.
Yeah, it was huge.
So, but Clayton Kershaw, second fastest pitcher to 2,000 strikeouts.
Mhm.
Are you impressed with this
Yes.
milestone?
Yes. Clayton Kershaw is the best pitcher in baseball right now.
Regular season.
Yeah, it's the same effect Peyton Manning used to have, the
Yeah.
same effect
I
LeBron used to have, where they couldn't do it in the postseason. And hopefully Clayton Kershaw, I mean, they got to the NLCS last year.
I was saying it'll happen eventually because they're only getting better. They got guys like Corey Seager and
Yeah, great.
and what's
Chase
this other guy? Yeah,
Daniels.
Chase Daniels. all
Chase
those-
Utley still doing his thing.
They got a good lineup. So I think eventually
Adrian Gonzalez.
he's gonna have to get pushed to that limit in the players where he's gonna start dealing,
Yeah.
and then he'll get better. But I mean, when you think about all the pitchers, especially all the aces that there have been in baseball over the years, and you're the second fastest pitcher to 2,000 strikeouts, like just look at guys like Pedro Martinez,
Mhm.
David Wells, Randy Johnson,
Yeah.
all these guys, and you're
Andy
the
Pettit.
and Andy Pettit, all those guys, and you're the second fastest to 2,000 strikeouts. I mean, that's really saying something based on the talent that we've had at the pitching position in Major League Baseball. So, shout outs to Clayton. I hope he does eventually get it done in the playoffs. Just
I want him to get a
let
ring
the
too.
Yankees win like 2-3 more rings,
And then the
first.
Dodgers can win one.
Then the
Magic
Dodgers
Johnson
can-
still owns the Dodgers too.
Yeah, but he got to bring one to the Lakers first before he brings one to the Dodgers.
He's already brought 5 to the Lakers.
No, I'm talking about as a GM, like currently.
He's
Um,
already brought 5. And they
brought
want
5.
more.
Like, come on, man. You know what's the priority in LA, Magic.
Win.
Oh, can I shout out somebody?
Of course.
Well, no, I'm gonna save that for you, dead ass.
Something to look forward to, guys.
Something to look forward to, but just keep doing your thing, Clayton. We watching.
He's doing your thing,
watching
yeah.
you on Triple Threat Podcast.
We
So
like
keep
you.
dealing, or
Whenever-
you will be the next Are You Dead Ass victim. That's not something you want.
But he's must see too. Clayton
Yeah,
Kershaw.
The
I think
Dodgers are as a team are must see to me.
The problem is such a regional sport. They play at 10 o'clock on East Coast time, and we like not only you're not the only problem. There's Mike Trout, all these superstars that we can't see because the regional time frame. We can only see them on like Sunday Night Baseball when they come to the East Coast and play our teams. It's tough out there, but
Sidebar: did you hear how much they said Bryce Harper is going to be worth under his next contract?
I last heard 400 million.
400 million.
That's insane. And guess what? He's completely worth it.
He
Yankees,
is.
open up your checkbook.
Open up the checkbook.
Open it up. We want Bryce Harper.
Come on, Hal.
We want Bryce Harper. We want Brian Cashman.
Come on,
Cash.
Hal Steinbrenner and
Give it
Brian
all.
Cashman, and let him keep the beard. Let him keep.
No.
Let him keep
If-
the beard.
Try to fight him on it, but if he insists, fold. Just fold.
Yeah, fold. I don't want to hear that we didn't sign him because of the beard because we have such a rich tradition in history. No, best player in baseball right now, other
Well,
than Mike Trout.
I think Mike. Yeah. But he's top 2.
Top 2,
Yeah.
and we all know who's third. Aaron Judge.
Stop. Not yet. Aaron Judge is the front runner to win
Aaron-
MVP
Aaron
this year.
Judge is leading the AL in All Star
ho-
votes
and home runs.
and home runs.
I think the entire league in home runs.
Yeah,
and-
because the only person that was ahead of him was Trout, and Trout.
No, Trout was never ahead of him.
No, Trout was ahead of him for like 2 games, cause he had 14 and
In the
Trout
beginning of the season?
like right before he got injured. Trout he had 14 and Trout had 17 to that point.
You sure?
Yeah.
Don't. We don't look up those stats because I always thought Aaron Judge led the league in home runs, at least the AL. And I'm gonna continue to say that because he's my guy.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. Now that Mike Trout's hurt, who's the front runner to win AL MVP?
It's
Without
Aaron
a judge, it's Judge.
Because
that'd be insane. His rookie year, he wins because it's technically
his rookie year. He did play last year,
but not enough games. He's gonna win AL MVP. That's amazing. Of course, he has to keep up the effort, and it's only June, but he's the front runner right now.
Listen,
and the way he's been playing,
we got a gym, and we're gonna bring up Gleyber soon. I mean Gleiber.
Keep him.
No, don't keep him on the farm.
Keep him until he's ready.
He's too
ready.
good for the farm.
Let him do a little bit more.
Too good for the farm, man.
Not to be a team guy because I want to see these players get played. Wait until after the All-Star break, because after that, then he's technically still a rookie next year, and then arbitration gets pushed back a year. I'm sorry, Gleyber. Yeah. You deserve.
I heard they
push him now. Give him his money.
I heard that they prepping to bring him up though. They're preparing to bring him up.
Yeah, he's in AAA right now.
Yeah.
He started the year in AA, and then he was way too good for AA. So they brought him up to AAA, and they're agreeing with him.
Do you realize how good the Yankees are going to be moving forward, though?
Without a doubt. And we have a pitcher, Chance Adams,
yeah,
who is supposed to be a crazy prospect. I'm about to pick him up in fantasy. That's how great he is. I'm excited about this Yankees team and the youth movement. I'm scared that we're going to be close to winning. We're first in the AL East. It's going to be trade deadline time. We need more pieces to compete, obviously. And I'm afraid that we're going to trade some of our farm talent. And I'm just letting you guys know right now, I'm a true Yankees fan. True. You don't need to win every single year. Try your best.
I don't agree. We need to win every year.
Fake fan.
No, not a big fan. I'm an expecting fan.
Do not mortgage the future to try to win now. Do not do that. Do not do that. No, seriously. Would you give up Gleyber Torres for Jose Quintana?
No.
Exactly. So don't mortgage.
Gleyber Torres is better.
But one can help you win now versus.
But I'm talking about you right now. Everything is toward the future.
So you agree with me then? Don't mortgage the future for talent to win now. Don't do it. Because winning now isn't promised. Like, what would have happened if the Yankees in '95 were contending and they traded Jeter to try to win now? You see what I'm saying? So don't do it. I'm not saying he's Jeter. They're moving him to third base, but don't do it.
True, very true. Well, you said they moving who to third base?
Gleyber.
Okay.
Practicing third base a lot now because Didi's good.
They're all good. Like I can't look at one person on the
Well,
Yankees
we don't
like,
get any production from first base. Even though Chris Carter's doing his thing.
It's first base.
I mean, but if we could upgrade that position, Greg Bird was supposed to be a star.
I mean,
he's been injured, but
Bird been injured. But when he's healthy, he's been doing his thing.
Yeah, but his rookie year, I think, was the only year he was healthy, and he was dropping bombs into the upper deck. So I'm not. I want Greg Bird to come back too and be strong. He's a part of the baby bombers, so let's do it, guys. Yankees.
Let's do it, Yankees.
We're excited. First place.
I mean, it's crazy. I think the Spurs actually made the blueprint for the Warriors the way they play, the way they pass the ball. Because when they put on that passing clinic in 2014, like, yo, that was...
Well, Steve Kerr comes from the Popovich School of Coaching.
But that was, I mean, it was a thing of art to watch them pass the ball like that.
Mm-hmm. You saw my boy Steph shook LeBron?
Yeah, it was a double dribble. Oh, it's a double dribble, but when LeBron travels, 90% of the time, it's not a problem.
You have to take away half of LeBron's points if you're gonna say that's a double dribble.
I mean, I don't.
You need to literally take away half every time he drives to the lane. Every single time he travels.
It was a double. It was a double dribble, but it's like
the ref ain't called. It was 2 points. That's what it was.
It ain't a double dribble if no whistle was blown.
It was 2 points.
Yeah.
That's part of the game now. The refs want to let them play, and it wasn't such a
crazy
double dribble that it wasn't like a huge carry. It wasn't like a huge stop and then keep going. it was a move.
He
It was
had the
that's what
ball
we do
on
now.
a string, man.
Yeah.
Just give him credit. He ain't the ref didn't see it, so it'll never happen.
WWE shout outs.
The ref ain't see it never happened. I want the Cavs to win Game 3 so
I don't
bad
want them to
because
win. I want them to lose so bad.
because no, I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's gonna look so bad for the NBA if the Cavaliers end up getting swept. In terms of like the competitive edge.
I don't think it might look worse because we always expect the Cavs and the Warriors to do well against each other.
Yeah.
But the competitive balance just isn't there. It's just not.
But to me, I don't see how it's gonna happen. Like I don't see how they plan on beating the team. Like you can the only adjustments they can really make, like everybody's been saying, is slow the Warriors down. But that's easier said than done.
Way easier.
Way easier said than done because everyone on the Warriors they can run. Like the slowest guy on the court is Zaza Pachulia, and he only played like 12 minutes the whole finals because he can't run with them.
Yeah.
But it's not like that. It's like the first game was like, oh well, the Cavaliers had 20 turnovers. It's not going to happen next game.
The Warriors had 20 turnovers.
When the Warriors turn around, had 20 turnovers and score 132 points. KD's outplayed LeBron.
Game 1.
I'm just looking at the numbers for the entire series though. Like the averages.
I mean, if you add them together.
Yeah,
But he
I think he was a better.
Game two.
I think he was a better player on the floor in Game 2 because he affected the game more. He had more blocks. He had more steals. He had less turnovers.
Well, KD's not the clear cut favorite to win. I mean, he might be the clear cut favorite, but he's not the clear cut person to win the MVP.
No, not
Steph Curry's doing
had
his
a
thing
triple
too.
double. Yeah, most definitely. But like, I predicted that KD was going to outplay LeBron.
He outplayed him Game 1, and we can. I don't think
he's
he
been
outplayed
giving
him
him
Game
the
2.
business.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Because there's no.
That's LeBron's guy, guys. KD's LeBron's guy. He's supposed to be stopping him.
And then it's like, there's no one else on the Cavaliers that can check KD except for LeBron. Now, I tell you one adjustment I do think they should make, because LeBron, even though I hate to admit this, he does look tired. Even though it's not.
Stop it!
I'm not making an excuse.
No,
I'm not making excuses.
The amount of times he rested this entire year,
Well,
I don't want to hear nothing about him being
But
tired.
he's getting worn down.
0.
He's getting worn down.
Then switch sports.
But I think they should take him. If KD's gonna get 30 to 35 points anyway, then you might as well take LeBron off him on the defensive end and let somebody else deal with him.
Where they gonna move him? LeBron's gonna hold Draymond?
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do that so that he can save his energy for offense. Because
I don't want to hear no excuse about.
no,
him
it's
being
not.
tired.
It's not an excuse. I'm just saying if they were going to make any adjustments, that
Get a
should
better
be
conditioning coach.
that should be the adjustment that they make. Plain and simple. But I just don't see how they can beat that team.
They can't.
I don't see how.
Unless
I don't see how they
Golden
get a
State
game on them.
messes up a lot.
That's
Even if they committed 20 turnovers, they still won.
Obviously, if you had 20
Okay,
turnovers on the road, you're probably not gonna win. But I mean, what else is gonna change besides the venue?
LeBron has to win one. LeBron has to score 50, at least once.
Do you see that happening when KD's guarding him?
No, but actually, yes. Game 3, I think he's gonna go off and get 50. I think that's the only way they win. I told you before, LeBron has to be clear cut the best player on the floor for them to have a chance to win. And I don't think he's been the best player on the floor in any game. Definitely not Game 1. And if you think he was the best player on Game 2, he's not clear cut the best player on Game 2 because I argue that Steph Curry's better. Was better in Game 2. So
scariest
he
part to me
needs to be
is
the
that I
best.
don't really feel like the Warriors have played well yet.
He needs.
Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I feel like they've played well. Do you think? I guess what you meant to say was, do you think they've played the best they can? No, I don't think they played.
I think the first game they played,
They played it.
I would
almost
give them a
perfectly.
grade of the first game. I don't think because Klay Thompson was 3 for 16. I would give them a grade of like a B minus in Game 1.
What are you giving for Game 2?
No, I give them a B plus for Game 2 and a B plus for Game 1 and a B minus for Game 2.
A B minus. Beat the Cleveland Cavaliers by like 20.
Yeah, because
That's
they had 20 turnovers. I don't think they played their best basketball.
That's
I
fair.
think, and even though Klay Thompson started hitting his shot, I don't think he's had
He
his
went
game.
off Game 2.
He hasn't had his game though.
No.
And like historically
It was Steph's game.
his-
I think Steph's game was game 2.
histo-
KD's was game 1.
historically he plays better on the road. Like you remember Game 6
Mhm.
in OKC last year in the Western Conference Final, he hit those
Mhm.
11 threes and saved the season. Well, at the point,
Well, if Clay has his game 3,
that's what
it's
I'm saying.
over. It's
if
over.
he has his game and he hasn't had his game. Draymond always has his game. He's not one of those go off type. Even though people don't talk about it, that Game 7 he went off 32, 15, and 9.
He did go off, but it is. I don't want to blame him totally for losing the finals, but it is his fault.
I know, and like I said, I don't want to say if I've learned anything with the NBA and this series, you never can say it's over until it's over. But
Well, if they win game 3,
bro,
it's
if
over.
they win, if they go down 0-3,
It's over.
Golden State in every closeout game has come out swinging. So I mean,
Be careful.
you got you at this point, Game 3 is obviously a must win.
Can we stop with this? LeBron has no help too. Can we stop?
Yeah,
Because nobody was saying anything about
he has
Boston
two All-Stars.
when they were playing. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Jordan played with one All-Star his whole career.
That's true. That's an absolute fact. Look that up. The All Stars that Rodman had was on the Pistons. Look those up.
Kobe
Look
played
up
with
those
2
facts.
All-Stars his whole career. Gasol won't buy him.
Shaq was.
I mean,
also.
yeah, Shaq 3. I'm sorry, 3.
We gonna look that up. It's way more than 3.
Who else was an All-Star on that Laker team?
I think Lamar Odom made an All Star game. One of those.
Never in his life did he make.
We gonna look it up, bro.
All right.
We gonna look it up. We gonna bring this back to you next week.
If
'Cause
he made a,
I'm not letting you get this Kobe bias thing away. I think
If he-
Dwight
if
Howard
Lamar-
made the whole Star game when they were together too.
Did he?
He might have. I definitely think he did. I mean, we'll look it up.
I'll look it up.
We'll find out. We'll find out next week, and we'll bring it back to you. LeBron. I mean, Kobe. I just want to say this for people that are saying this is different. What LeBron did is different from what KD did. I want to tell you guys
Shut up.
straight up right now. It's not different. It's the same exact thing. They were both ring chasing. KD just did it better.
He made a power move.
What other free agents were out there? He couldn't do the same thing LeBron did. The same exact thing, word for word as LeBron.
The thing,
He didn't do the same exact thing. He didn't go to the Heat. He didn't bring free agency.
I wanted to say this for when the finals was over, but it was like KD. Like, what other team could he have possibly won a championship with? Like, every other option he had would have been either just as good as OKC or worse than OKC.
I think if he would have went to Warriors, he would have been better than everyone else in the East, probably except
and
Cleveland.
I truly believe when he says it wasn't about winning championships.
He's lying.
I do. I think it's about the brand of basketball they play.
It's lying.
Career highs,
It's straight
Career-
there. It has to be championships.
career highs, and everything.
And I'm not blaming him for that because every time, like, people can have a great career and not win a ring. I think Carmelo Anthony had a great career, but when people look
had
at
a great career.
how many rings you got, Charles Barkley had a great career.
Great career.
Dan Marino had a great career. It's not fair that you can say, "Oh, but he don't have a ring," and then get mad at them when they ring chase. I was just mad at LeBron because he shafted the Knicks. He let us on to think we was getting him, and then he did the whole decision thing.
I don't
That's the
think he
only
let
reason I was
y'all
mad at
on.
LeBron. He let me on.
He never
me
said
on.
anything about coming to the Knicks.
He left the
people
open.
people used to cheer him when he came to the Garden and expected him to come there because he was good friends with Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
And he never even once hinted at the Knicks.
He led me on.
Whatever.
But honestly, what they did was the same thing. You can't say one was different because one went to a superior team. KD just did it better. They were both ring chasing. That's my
completely agree.
that's my final thing to say on that. And KD couldn't do the exact same thing LeBron did because there wasn't a Wade free agent and there wasn't a
Dude,
Boschley free agent out this year.
And no other team he would have went to would he have been able to.
Even
It
won.
wouldn't have improved the situation.
He could have went to the Spurs. It would have been the same thing. Y'all would have been mad.
They would have been mad about that too.
Exactly. So it was either the Golden State or the Spurs. That's it.
And it's
Or go
like,
to a lesser
people
team.
say go to the Spurs, but it's like he had just beat the Spurs in the conference finals. I mean, the conference semi. So
Uh-huh.
why would he go there if he just
Exactly.
beat the team?
And the same thing is he liked I believe that he did like their brand of basketball and the fact that they're good teammates.
Unselfish.
They're unselfish and no disrespect to Russell Westbrook, he's a selfish player. and KD really wanted to get away from
I
that.
don't think it's that he's selfish as much as he's just immature. He's not even immature because he's been in the league a while, but
I mean,
he makes
can't-
bad decisions.
horrible decisions. I mean, he was second in the league in turnovers behind James Harden, but
The top two MVP
and the
candidates.
top two MVP candidates. One plays no defense, and the other one doesn't. It does everything by himself.
James Harden did improve on defense.
He
though.
did. He did.
Just guys to put that out there.
And he did lead the league in assists once he got switched to the point guard position.
Right.
Both of them deserve it, but Russell Westbrook isn't going to lead a team to the championship. He's just not.
I don't want to say you can't win a championship with him on the team, but
Not unless he improves. He has the talent for it.
he has the talent. It's very raw.
Mm-hmm.
He has to put it all together, which I think he did a good job of doing that this year. Because
he didn't have another alpha with him.
right. So, I mean, I don't know what alpha they're going to get to come there.
Nobody wants to play with him.
I think that's going to change, though. When they see how much he passes the ball, more people are going to want to come play with him.
He takes like 50% of the shots, and he does not pass the ball.
He has to pass the ball if you average a triple-double, Rob.
He passed the ball 10 times.
I'm pretty sure he passed it more than 10 times a game.
Yeah, but he literally takes 50% of the team shots, though.
I mean, but like you
I mean,
said,
the other
it's
50, he
nobody-
controls the ball the whole time, so the other 50%
He
is
didn't do it
passing
when
it, but-
KD was there. That proves that because there's no one really to pass to. Who you going to pass to? Cantor?
I mean, yeah, Victor Oladipo. They have a squad. I'm tired of people saying Westbrook took him by himself. No, he didn't. He had a mini squad. They weren't as good as the
Oladipo
Warriors.
averaged
but
like 12 points a game. You ain't going that far.
when Westbrook's averaging like
Eric
28,
Eric Gordon averaged more than that off the bench.
who's the scoring champion this year? Was it Westbrook?
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
He averaged 31, I think, a game, which is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Let's go back to America's favorite pastime. Albert Pujols,
My man.
600 home runs. Where you rank Albert Pujols on your list of home run hitters?
Home run hitters. He's up there. He's up there. But so's A-Rod, so's Sammy Sosa, so's Mark
Sammy-
McGuire, all these guys. And I'm not saying Albert Pujols used steroids because he hasn't been alleged against. He hasn't been committed. He's probably one of he's probably one of the clean ones. Innocent until proven guilty. That's my mantra.
Yeah, I seen Albert Pujols at the Yankees game last season, and like his arms are like
Huge.
cannons. Like it's not. I'm not saying he uses steroids. I'm just saying his arms are really big and he hits a lot of home runs.
What is he on the all-time? He's one of the select few to get to 600. I don't know how many have
I
600.
don't know what number he is.
We're actually gonna look that up right now because. But I just put him in the top 20 home run hitters.
Who would you put first, other than Barry Bonds? Obviously,
Hank Aaron.
You put Hank Aaron number one over Barry Bonds.
Over Barry Bonds, too, just because Barry Bonds had that. Well, it was proven that Barry Bonds used steroids. Hank Aaron, we don't know if he did it, we don't know if he didn't, but Hank Aaron was one of the pioneers of the home run. He was, chicks love the long ball, all that. And Hank Aaron, he's the guy. He's the guy.
I mean, steroids, schmeroids.
At the same time, yeah, exactly. Steroids
Come
make
on,
us like the game
like,
more.
Come on, man. Did you hear what about the reporter that said that the Cavaliers locker room smelled like weed after game too? Like, come on, man. This is getting ridiculous. Like, like first of all, there's no need to even put that information out.
Yeah, they were popping Percocets in the locker room. Just
You can't smell them.
no, you can't smell them. That's what it is.
Well,
There's 9 players in the 600 club. Albert
Okay.
Pujols just joined, and he's in great category. Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr. He's
kid.
behind all those guys. Alex Rodriguez. He's behind all those guys. But
I tried to sue the Yankees. I don't care.
I mean, I love the Yankees. The main thing the best union in all of anything is the Major League Baseball's Players Association, and he tried to sue them. And they're literally the best union in anything. They're the only ones with guaranteed contracts throughout the entire career. They're the only ones with no maximum. They're the only ones with no salary cap. It's all benefited toward the players. and you can't sue somebody that's always had every single player's back,
That's
regardless.
You make a lot of sense.
It is. They're better. They're way better than the NBA players, and they're leagues and hundreds of above the NFL players. Light years above them all. So
I don't even know who's the head of the NFL Players Association. Is it still that guy with the
the
glasses?
Maurice Smith, yeah, or Dean
terrible.
Moore, something like that.
He's terrible. like really bad.
What upset me was instead of
But
trying to
you know
get
what's
like
crazy? They got their lockout complete before the NBA did that same year. So
the NBA fought it more, and NFL players they didn't have
It was
guaranteed
worth it.
contracts. NBA players did, and NBA players had a higher minimum salary than NFL players.
NFL players should get guaranteed contracts over NBA players.
They should,
because
but-
they
but-
literally put their life on the line.
But what they did was instead of bargaining for that, they tried to bargain for I think less training camp when most people didn't even show up anyway. That's the priorities were screwed up in that scenario, and the NFL players, the NFL
It's dumb.
owners were just like,
First
okay.
of all, can I say something? Can we stop making Odell Beckham Jr. not showing up to OTAs a headline?
You know what they're called, right? They're called
Voluntary.
voluntary OTAs. He doesn't have to go. He's doing the right
He's
thing,
probably
too.
going to be the first one there on the 13th when mandatory OTAs start.
Exactly. And if he's not there, Giants, pay him up. Pay him up. He
Oh,
deserves
they're gonna
he
pay him.
deserves it.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna
have to
have
open. They're gonna have to open up the checkbook for Odell.
I think if they pay him now, it would be cheaper than if you have to pay him when it's free agency.
He's only
time.
going to get better. He's only going to get more popular.
Only
And
gonna-
only more teams are going to start.
only
going
to be the face of the NFL.
I have to open up that checkbook.
Exactly.
They got to steal though.
All NFL teams have a steal. The reason why the Seahawks were so good, they were playing Russell Wilson peanuts. The reason the 49ers were so good, playing Colin Kaepernick peanuts. It just so happened when these guys had to get paid, which, guys, I'm with you. You have to get paid. But it's the reality of the situation. When you get paid, people get paid less. They have less money to pay for everybody else.
It's because it's a 53-man roster
And that's the problem.
versus the NBA, which is like 15 or 16.
Exactly. What you guys need to fight for is no salary cap. There's no NBA needs a salary cap because the super team thing has gotten crazy. You can't make a super team in the NFL.
They
It's
need
almost
a
impossible.
salary cap because
Remember the
guys
Eagles?
like
They made a super team?
Timothy. Because Timothy Mozgov is making $60 million.
Reggie
And-
Jackson was making more than John Wall, $70 million. John Wall was pissed.
And then they're going to have to pay him because they paid Bradley Beal last summer.
Honestly, these low market teams have to overpay for their stars because they'll just go to a winning team.
I do not know what Milwaukee is going to do when it comes time to play Giannis.
They're not gonna be able to.
New York better come with the biggest wallet ever. Like,
For Giannis,
Giannis,
here you go. All yours.
we want you.
And the NBA is trying to make
You know
it.
what I think is going to be a good fit in
What?
New York
Mm.
for those to market those two guys, Giannis and Kyrie on the same team.
Nah, Kyrie needs to not come to my team.
I don't think he's going to stay in Cleveland once LeBron leaves, which leads me to my next question. Is LeBron going to win another championship with Cleveland, or do you think?
I wanted to give him one more, but if Golden State keeps this core together, nobody's winning nothing for the next 4 years. This is going to be always Golden State.
So you think LeBron leaves Cleveland?
I don't think so. Why would he leave Cleveland?
He fulfilled his promise.
He did, and he doesn't like Dan Gilbert, rightfully so.
It's not a big market.
It's not a big market, even though LeBron James does not need that. He doesn't
Yeah,
need a
he's
big market.
he's his own big market.
Remember
but-
ESPN released the top 100 athletes, and he was number 2 of marketability, and he was number 2. He beat out Messi. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I didn't think he could beat out Messi, and he did.
But Messi,
LeBron James
but
is-
you know what? Messi is not big in the United States.
But he's big everywhere.
Yeah, he's
else.
big everywhere.
Literally
else.
everywhere else. If you go down Europe, I honestly think more people will recognize Messi than they would LeBron.
But that's because soccer is not big here.
It's not.
But it's big literally everywhere else. Like the ratings for the World Cup are ridiculous
Yeah.
every time it comes around.
I mean, it's once every 4 years.
but still, it's bigger than any other major sporting event, including the Olympics.
True. Including the Super Bowl.
But yeah, but that's not as impressive as beating out the Olympics, which lasts like
every day.
Yeah, like
for
every
the past
day,
2 months.
all day long on every channel, including NBC Sports, and you still beat it out. So I mean, but it's like you said, it's going based off more people
Marketability.
around the world, even though the Olympics is around the world too. But it's just still more popular.
But really, if
Soccer
you're
is
watching the
mad
Olympics,
popular.
you're really only watching your athletes, right?
Right.
Technically, unless you're watching like the final rounds or something, then you'll watch somebody else. But most of the time, it's your athletes. Soccer, you're watching the best players. That's what you're watching. You go around the world, ask. I can guarantee you, 65% would say their favorite teams either at Barcelona or Real Madrid. I can guarantee you that.
Or Arsenal.
Or Arsenal. I mean, England's different because England they have their main squads. They're like us in for our teams. We have different squads, but go around the world, leave England out of it, leave the U.S. out of it. They'll say their favorite teams are either Real Madrid or Barcelona. They'll say it.
Very true.
I think even in Spain, where you guys have different leagues, you'll ask, oh, Barcelona, oh, Real Madrid, oh. I honestly think that. I think I'm going to go to Spain and ask everybody, who's your favorite football team? Barcelona. Real Madrid.
So, I mean, yeah, he is unmarketable, but I really don't think he's going to stay in Cleveland, though. Because if they get swept, man, he's basically on a lease to the Cavaliers.
He needs
Like, he can opt every year.
He can opt out every year.
He can opt
smart.
out every year.
Do it. Do your thing, man. I'm proud of you, LeBron.
So he doesn't have to wait, which shows you how smart he is. But if they get swept, I don't think he leaves this year.
Where would he go, though?
If
That's a better team.
I
don't buy into the
think
thing where if he goes to Brooklyn, he automatically brings them to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's not true.
No, I think
Washington would be a good fit.
I think he goes.
Boston.
I think he goes to LA. Either side. I think he either goes to the Clippers or the Lakers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gonna leave the East to go to the West. This is LA bias right here.
No, because first of all, when he said what he said in the beginning of the year, where he said he would like to play with Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul. Who was the other?
Chris
guys?
Paul's about to go to Spurs.
Who was the other guys? Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that too.
We're getting it now. Chris Paul, Spurs.
And all those other guys, and make their own Wade and make their own super team. I don't think that's far fetched because number one, I think all of them make their own money and endorsements through mad avenues.
LeBron has $1 billion lifetime deal with Nike.
Exactly.
I don't know how that pays out. I know he's not worth $1 billion.
Chris Paul's got his thing going with State Farm. He gets his pay, so I don't think the money is not going to be the issue.
He brought the whole team with him.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to. I can see him doing. If it's not LA, he's going. And then the other thing with the Lakers is
Why would he go to LA? Their team's not better than Cleveland.
Because to do what he did with Cleveland the first time, it was like, why would he leave the Heat? But they have
Cleveland is his hometown.
They have a lot of young talent.
Why would he leave the East to go to the West, which is clearly more stacked?
True. I don't like I said.
LA's less talented
the
than
Clippers
Cleveland.
the Clippers is way more likelier than the Lakers.
I
personally wouldn't want to see him on the Lakers.
Let me ask you a question. If you take, and I don't know what your biased answer will be, but if you take LeBron off the Cleveland Cavaliers, do the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Lakers in the 7-game series? Yes.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So why would he leave a more talented team to go to the Lakers? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me at all.
Maybe
you want him to be there. I don't know.
No, I don't.
Right.
But
so good, you can get your wish because he's not going.
But I think the Clippers is definitely. But I don't. If they get swept, you know what happens when things get thick for LeBron, man. Like he
wants to get better. I think he's gonna try to bring more talent to Cleveland. I think that's what he's.
That's gonna be the initial objective. That's why I don't think he's gonna leave this year. But I think if the same thing happens next year or they lose, and anything less than first of all, I'm not gonna say that this series is over. First of all, like I said before,
I think Cleveland's gonna win game.
But if they eventually end up losing in this finals, and then they end up coming back next year to the finals and then losing anything less than 6 games, he's on the first thing smoking out of there. And he's going that's if they can't bring other talent there during the year.
Maybe.
But I mean, they really don't have a lot of money to work with. They have a lot. They had the highest payroll in the NBA.
Well, the salary cap's increasing, so
who you gonna get? Because I've heard Paul George, but I don't think
Paul George.
that if now.
How's that gonna work?
Now, if Paul
He's
George
not
goes to
coming
the
to LA.
Cavaliers, if Paul George goes to the Cavaliers and y'all accept him and don't call him a snake, y'all the biggest hypocrites ever. Because Paul George is literally somebody who could not beat LeBron the entire career.
Can we get at Paul George like we get at Carmelo Anthony? What has Paul George done? Paul George is never.
I mean, Paul George
As
is
an
actually beating Carmelo Anthony in the playoffs, though. But that's it.
I mean, he's beating Carmelo Anthony, yeah, but
He hasn't done much
he
else.
hasn't done much else. And Carmelo Anthony is beating people in the, he's beating the Celtics. He's beating the Suns. He's beating good teams that were out there.
Yeah. Stay with basketball. Best sport. Lakers are reportedly not sold on Lonzo.
Can't even outrate the MLB World Series.
Lakers are not purportedly are not sold on Lonzo Ball. Supposed to be working out with them tomorrow. What do you? I mean, do you think this is the right decision for the Lakers to not be sold on him?
Yes. That's you don't want to say, oh, automatically we're grabbing him. No, you want to do your research. So it's definitely the right move. But I had a conversation earlier with one of my buddies at a bar, and who's a Celtics fan who was like, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't want Lonzo on his team. He wants Markelle Fultz, which is right. Markelle Fultz is better than Lonzo. But he said he wasn't surprised if Lonzo fell to like 8th, 9th, 10th. The reason why is because not only is it
fall past the 76ers.
He might not, yeah. It's the circus around him too. Everybody, this draft class is stacked.
Big baller brain.
This draft class is stacked to the point where if you pick up to like 8th, you're fine. You're gonna get a top tier talent. Factor that in, and then you have the circus that goes around Lonzo Ball. And that circus, it doesn't matter. If he's LeBron level talented, they would have. It's no debate. But
that's once in a lifetime talent, though.
We need to stop with this once in a lifetime thing because we had LeBron, we had Kobe, we had Jordan, we had Magic, we had Kareem, all consecutively. That's too many lifetimes. That's 5 people. Too many lifetimes. Bill Russell, 6. Wilt Chamberlain. Let's stop with this once in a lifetime talent when we get a once in a lifetime talent every 5 years. Let's go. Sorry, I had to go a little
5 years is a lifetime in the NBA.
We talking about once in a lifetime for us. For GMs, yeah. 2 years is a lifetime for some GMs. Yeah, the circus that goes around him, and I don't think he's talented enough to bypass that circus. Teams don't like that. Teams don't want to deal with your father. They don't want your family around there doing your thing. They want you to play your part.
Yeah, I can see
Do
that.
your thing. They don't care about endorsements. They care about distractions.
But to me, the organization has control over that.
How are they going to control LeVar?
I mean, what LeVar can't do nothing. If they don't like the way LeVar is acting, they can tell him you're not allowed in the arena.
Exactly, but that's not going to stop him from going to media days, going to talking to talking
to media
heads.
days all you want. You just can't be a part of this organization.
But he speaks for his son and he speaks for the organization.
I wouldn't care as long as they don't affect Lonzo's play on the court. He can say whatever he wants.
I understand that, but then distraction, like it's not the same thing as what Colin Kaepernick, because Colin Kaepernick did something good, but it was also a distraction. A distraction means if your teammates are answering questions about you outside of basketball, and that's what Lonzo's going to bring. Just like with the Colin Kaepernick thing, they have to be asked about, why is he doing this? He has very noble reasons, but just because your teammates have to say something else. I think LeVar has very noble reasons. He's trying to promote his son.
Yeah, I mean,
that's very noble. He's a great father.
Yeah, I have no problem with LeVar. Is what I'm saying.
But
from a Lakers standpoint, from a Lakers standpoint, if it's becoming such a problem, you can always say, "Yo,
but you can't shut him up.
You ODing."
You could talk to Lonzo and say, "Hey, Lonzo, speak to your father," but then Lonzo can't really control his father either. You know what I mean?
I don't think he wants to. I think
he's promoting Lonzo like crazy. That's
maybe he become
LeVar's not doing anything wrong, but when it becomes a distraction, that's good or bad. Good or bad, a distraction is a distraction. I get distracted by video games. Video games are good. right? But they're still a distraction. So good or bad, you have to focus on that team effort, and that's why people aren't really sold on Lonzo. The talent's there, but the talent isn't that much better than the third guy or the fourth guy. Who's that Kentucky guard? The Kentucky guard's really good. I think Lonzo.
Malik Monk.
Yeah, Malik Monk.
Not Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk, both of them. I think Lonzo's better than both of them, but he's not that much better than both of them that the distractions.
De'Aaron Fox gave him 41 in the tournament.
See what I mean? So,
dropped 4. Gave that boy a 40 piece with a biscuit.
So we got the whoever the top 10 picks in this draft are all going to be great, and Lonzo's going to be one of them. But the question is whether he's going to fall from 2 to 10. That's the only question. And the reason why is because of his father, even though his father is doing a really good job by him.